Okay, all right, no problem. So today we're gonna add a little bit more motion. So we're gonna actually start standing and do some, what do I wanna call it? Mobility core strengthening. And it's really just working on this pelvic floor of ours. So trying to engage while we move, hence why you need those resistance bands. And so to start, you will also need a chair or some kind of couch or desk, something like this would work. Maybe a countertop, I don't know, whatever you have near you. And then once you're all set and you have found your space, everybody found their space? Okay. All right, so we're gonna first start without any resistance, and I just want you to get used to this movement. So the first one we're gonna do is called monster walks. And if you've ever had PD, you will be very, very familiar with this exercise because physical therapists tend to use this a lot for hip mobility, ankles, everything in the above. So I'll show you first. You're gonna start, I like to use my mat as my little runway. So welcome to do that, or you can just use your floor. You're gonna start with your feet together and you're gonna get in that athletic stance. So that means my butt is back and my knees are just bouncy bendy, okay? Then once you're in that position, I like to hold my hands up here just so I can keep my chest up. That kind of triggers me to say, okay, am I ready? If something were to come at me, I can deflect it out of the way. That's what I like to think of it. Or I'm a monster, I'm gonna, claw at the next person. So, and then from here, we're going to go heel, toe, outside, tap, heel, toe, tap. Outside of your mat. If your legs aren't as long as mine, then you're just gonna stay on the corners of your mat, side to side, okay? So just get this motion. I'll talk you through it as you go back and forth. So the one thing that you wanna obviously keep intact is this core of yours. So as you're up here, keep that chest up, belly button in, and this motion of bringing it in is where we're working our core, okay? So every time you bring your legs together, exhale, 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 good. Then you're gonna go back, and back, 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 back. Let's do that one more time. Front, forward, 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 good, and back, 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 back. Okay, good. Come back to the center of your mat. All right. Now, with your resistance band, if you have a long one, you can grab that. If you have a short looped mini band, something like this, grab onto that. It doesn't have to be like a fabric one, but it can be a small one. You're gonna place that band. I'm gonna use my circle one, and then I'll show you how to do it with the long one. You're gonna place the band either on your knees, above your knees, I should say, or below your ankles. If you have the band, and this is all preference-wise, you're actually going to step on the band, okay, and make sure there's good resistance. So I have the band holding on both hands, and there's good resistance. So if I were to go side to side, I can feel that, and it feels like you're on this, like you're a puppet or something. I'm not really sure. But once you get into this position, get in that athletic stance, and now feel the difference when you have that resistance against you. You're gonna feel those hips, all right? Or you at least should. So make sure you're bending those knees and just go side to side, okay? Good. Keep that core strong, okay? We don't wanna let that go. We gotta keep that nice and strong in order to use our pelvic floor muscles. We are doing that right now. Okay, as we are moving, you're gonna feel a burn on the sides of your butt. That's what we want. So keep moving here. Belly button in, nice and strong. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Come back to center. In between here, I just want you to, if you can, just bring your leg up and just stretch that out a little bit if you need to. Because there's nothing worse than having a really, really tight butt cheek. So if you can, just stretch that out, maybe wiggle it out any which way you want, moving that hip across your body. Okay, and then coming back down. Good. Grab that band once more. Now we're gonna connect the two. So I'm gonna get a little bit closer so you can see. Feet shoulder width apart. If you had that mini band before, you can grab dumbbells if you want to on the sides of you, and I'll show you in a second. What we're going to do is hold this wide stance, get in that bent position. You're gonna squat down, have the resistance band pull you down, and then you're gonna curl up. Get nice and tall and squeeze that butt. So from a side view, I'm bending down, and I'm gonna curl. And did you see my hip kind of turn in, my butt kind of went down? That's what you want there, okay? So butt out and engage that pelvic floor. Good. Down and up. Exhale. Down and curl those arms. Down and up. Now, of course, if you are like, all right, this is silly, I am not working as hard as I want to, feel free to grab a couple dumbbells to add on to the curl. But the point of this exercise is really that lower half of your body connecting to the core, which ultimately connects to your upper body. Good, and we're gonna get 4 more, so stick with me here. Here's 1, exhale. We're going nice and slow. Up, and 2. Good, engaging your core still, keeping that distance, remember, core corset. 1 more time, curl, and up. Good job. Okay, back to the start line. Good, now, instead of going without the resistance band, if you have that wide band, go ahead and grab that and put it around above your knees. If you have one like I have, you're now gonna do that monster walk by holding, I like to hold it right on my legs, and you're pressing the outsides of your feet against the resistance band. Out, and then back and forth. Obviously I can't go, don't do that. Obviously I can't go as wide, so just go to that point where you're like, oh yeah, I feel that burn in my hips. Okay, and keep that chest nice and tall. Exhale. Getting every point of your foot to touch the ground, remember. Back and forth. Back. And I'm doing 4 and 4 here. We're gonna get, oh, jeez. Anybody else having issues with their resistance band? 1 more time, front and back. 2, 3, 4, good, and backwards. 1, 2, woo, I feel my butt. 3, and 4. Nice. Come back to center. I'm gonna scooch on up forward. Okay. And now we're gonna skip the little side action we had before. We're gonna go right, we're gonna go right into our squat and curl. Squat and curl. If you feel like you're not secure doing this and you feel like your body's a little wonky, go ahead and get right next to a chair and pretend you're gonna sit down and come back up. Pretend you're gonna sit and back up. That's gonna keep your alignment really, really good, okay? Sometimes it's really hard to envision this movement when you don't have anything to trigger it. So whenever I started working out, I used equipment like crazy because I was like, well, if I follow the equipment, maybe I'll know what to do. And honestly, I think that's helped me the most with a lot of my alignment. Good, let's get our last 4. Down, curl, nice and straight. Down, curl, there's 2. Down, curl. 1 more time, down, nice and straight. And curl nice and tall. Nice, okay. You ready for this action now? Instead of the monster walks, come together. You got 1 more. I know. Get into that bouncy stance, athletic stance. We're just gonna go side to side. Okay, back and forth. Keep the band at a good resistance for yourself. Bend those knees, bend at your hips. If you do this enough, you are gonna feel like your core is actually stronger because you have to hold this core corset the whole time. Okay, so back and forth, keep your body strong. Exhale every time. Engage every little ounce of your body here. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Back into that little squat position. If you need a little break, we'll take a quick second. I'm sweating. This is good. Good little warm up. Okay, here we go. Squat it down, curl it up. There's 10 and 9. Good job. And 8. Keep going. I'm gonna watch the screen to see how you guys are doing because I can't see a thing. Good. Yes, yes, yes. Nice form, everybody. Nice. Good. Okay. Yep. Let's get the last 4 and up. Good. And 3. Squeeze that butt. And 2. And 1. Wow. Nice. Good job. All right. Nice. How are you feeling? Feel the sides of your butt? Not so much. Is your band too loose? That's okay. That's all right. You're still doing your work. So if it doesn't feel like it's working, I want to talk about soreness too. If your core's not sore after this class, it's okay. You still did work. It doesn't mean you have to be sore every single time you exercise. So now the next move we're going to do is going to really work the sides of our body. So I'm actually going to move this down just a smidge. And we're going to do a little side bend. So I want you to really hold the bottom of the band with one foot on the same side you have it on that arm. So only one side of your body is holding the band. Okay, and you're going to place your hand on your hip. This is my favorite exercise because not only do I feel it in my core, but I also feel a good stretch. So you're going to place that band right at your shoulder. So I'm bending my elbow here, and then I'm going to raise and press up. Okay, and I'll move my screen in a second. So you're just raising above your head and pressing up to the sky and getting a little extension here, getting that length in that core corset, and then coming back down. Yes. Yes. Yep. So think about not moving. If you're not kind of getting moon shape, get that moon shape so you can feel that core turning and feeling that resistance. I like to stay high the whole time, so I won't bring my arm all the way back down. I'll just bring it to my shoulder and press and extend, and then back down. Press. And of course, if you have your hand on this other side, you should feel it crunch and then come back. Crunch up and back down. And let's get 3, down, 2, down, and 1. Good. Okay. Did you feel that? Good. Okay. Very, very good. The one thing I do want to make sure is that you're getting the full effect of the exercise. Because there is a way to do it wrong, and sometimes it's hard to notice. So get on that other side of your foot. Get that resistance band under your foot. Hold the band at your shoulder, and have it a good resistance for you. Press up and get a little side bend and back. You're controlling this. Don't let the band control you. Going slow with a band, you're going to get the most benefit out of it. If you just go back and forth like this, the band's going to do all the work. So if you control it and don't let it swing back, that's where the benefit is. And of course, use that exhale. Good. Nice job. And let's go for our last 4 here. Pressing up. 4. And 3. Good. Just enough to feel that pinch. 2. One more, and press. Good, okay, go ahead and break that down. This thing can get a little rest for a second, just put it to the side. And you're gonna get into your plank position. Now, I want you all to start in a modified plank, elevated modified plank. So this is where your chair or your couch or your desk or whatever you have next in front of you is gonna play into roll here. So you're gonna hold your body, and I'll show you while you kind of get situated here. Hold your body in a plank like so, okay? Once you are here, just hold and feel your core. Check to make sure. First, we're gonna start with our feet. So once you get in that position, oh wait, you need to take a little break, that's fine. Yeah, good. So, in this core position, you want to make sure that first, your feet are as close together as possible. That's gonna make you a little unsteady, but that's also gonna make your core engage a little bit more. Second thing, if you can see yourself on screen, or maybe you can kind of see if you look down, make sure your legs are straight and that your hips are down enough. However, you don't want to fall down here, okay? So if you feel like all the weight's in your shoulders, lift that butt up a little bit because that probably means you're going too low, okay? So then once you're there, you should feel your core nice and solid here. The next thing is make sure your shoulders are underneath or above your wrist and hands, okay? So your chest should be forward just a little bit. Whew, just holding this. If you're in the right position, you're gonna feel it. If you're a little too high, Ryan, get down to the floor. Because I know you can do the floor. So go on a tall plank on the floor. And then, now what I want you to do, bring one foot forward. So you're gonna step forward and then back. And alternate stepping forward and back. With this stepping forward, don't move your butt. Don't move your back. You're only moving your legs up and back. And then with your exhale, you should be on your toes when you're in your plank. And you should probably feel those shoulders because they're burning. You're going to start to exhale every time you tap forward. And here we go. This is our 10 count. 10. And back. 9. Back. 8. Woo. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Wow, this is hard. 1. Woo! And come back. And relax your body. Yeah, that was good. How did y'all feel? Okay. Did you make it? Okay. Yeah. Yep. Shoulder rolls. Get those shoulders back. Shake out those arms if they're a little tight. I felt them right up here in my delts. All right. A little intermission. To get a little trunk twist, grab onto a dumbbell. Just one dumbbell. If you have a light one versus a heavy one, grab the heavy one because I know you all can handle it. I'm gonna go with an 8-pounder here. Okay, and this one, the goal is to keep the weight close to your body, okay? So I'm gonna start with the weight at my chest here, and I'm gonna get into that bendy, bouncy stance again, okay? So make sure you have the weight on that tripod of your foot, so that means your big toe, side of your foot, and your heel should be touching ground. Then from here, we're gonna do a little rotation. So I'm gonna rotate down, and then I'm gonna press up and center, okay? Then you're gonna go back down to the other side, press up and center. Good. When you go up, it's gonna be really quick to come back center. Because like I said, we wanna keep the weight close to our body. So when you come center again, that's when you can clench your core. Exhale. Hip, sky, exhale. Hip, sky, exhale. Left, right, center. Right, left, center. However you can remember this, do it the way you can remember. Hip to sky, or maybe left to right. While you're here, you're gonna feel your legs. You're gonna feel that rotation in your core. Exhaling every time you bring that back in. Down, up, center. One more on each side. Good. One more time. And center. Good. Bring your legs up if you need to shake out those legs a little bit. Now, same kind of thing. We're actually going to go into a little bit of a split stance. So now I have one leg in front of the other. You're going to place the dumbbell in the opposite arm that your foot is up. So if your right foot is forward, you're holding the dumbbell in your left arm. All right, from here, we are going to do some real good exercises. So I would like you to try to keep a complete split stance. So that means tandem, foot in front of the other. So you're not the most stable, but once you're here, you're going to bring the dumbbell down, okay? Bend that back knee just a smidge, just a little smidge, and up and curl up. Think about here, because you're in a tandem stance, if you have a line that you can keep both your feet on, try to do that to keep yourself honest. But you're going to just come here, down, and up. You're training those little nerves in your feet here to say, uh-oh, we're off center. We have a weight on one side of our body. So if that's you, we're just staying in this tandem stance and doing this movement. Just a smidge down and up. Down, down, and up. Good. Nice control. If you feel the wobbliness in your ankles, that's a good sign. That means you are working those little muscles that we are trying to engage right now. Good. And let's do one more. Down, lower it, up, and up. Okay. Nidra, are you okay?
I'm opting out of the footmarks because I've got issues with my right foot and I'm not going to jeopardize it.
Oh, yes, I feel ya. No, it's better off to play safe than sorry, that's for sure. Yeah, so come into the game whenever you feel ready. All right, tandem stance. Bit uneasy here, okay? Nice and straight. Just a little bend, okay? Curl up. Good. Down, down, up, and curl. Take each step one by one. Okay, so try not to blend the movements. You're doing one at a time. What's the weight doing up in the air? Good. Control. Up and down. Down. Up. Curl. Good. Stay with me. Let's do 3 more. Up. Curl. Down. Down. Up. Curl. One more. Body is feeling this. Up and curl. Good. All right. Nice job. Okay, let's place that dumbbell away from our body. Okay, we can leave it out of here. Let's grab onto that resistance band like we did in the beginning. And you're going to place one end underneath your heel. Make sure it's a good resistance. So if you can notice, I have a good tail that's hanging out from my foot on the other side. So this thing is probably as tight as it's going to be for me because this is a lighter band. But make sure it's a resistance. So test it out a couple times. Okay, make sure you can get full range of motion, but it gives you that tension as you raise up and over your head here. Okay, really focusing on that little oblique right here. Holding this stance, your knees are bent. Exhale and exhale. Good, up and down, kind of pushing the rib cage out and back in, out and in. Here we go for the last 4. And down. 3. And down. 2. And 1. Wow. Okay. This core foundation class today has upped its game a little bit, just so you know. If you didn't notice already, because I wanted to see how you guys did with a little bit more of interaction, movement, and adding different muscle groups. So far so good. So keep in mind how your body feels when you're doing these exercises, okay? All right. Raise that body up. Solid foundation here. We've gone over how to hold ourselves so many times. So if you need to review yourself, exhale before you start. Get that core corset. You should be nice and strong here. Press and push this little rib cage out and back down. Little moon and down. I like to pretend that someone's pushing me from the side and then letting go. Pushing into the side and letting go. Good. And you're keeping that stability, that strength. We're also getting a good arm workout here. If you weren't feeling your shoulders already, yep, you will today. Good. All right, last 4. Extend and down. Nice and straight. 3. Exhale up. 2. Last 1. And press. Nice job. Okay, you can actually throw that band out of here. I look forward to using that band more in classes to come, so keep that in mind because I have a lot of exercises that we can do with that thing. Now, let's get into our plank. I'm going to show you the next variation, so if you want to try a new version, that is completely up to you. But if not, you're going to come back here on the chair. Okay, so you're here, and we're going to do those toe taps. But for those of you who want to do a new version, you're going to come on to the ground. Okay, I'm going to get a little side view. Okay, and you're holding your plank in a tall plank. Okay, and so if you're here, same thing applies. Belly button up to your spine, holding your body nice and strong. Shoulders are underneath your wrists. Your toes are holding your lower half still. You're keeping those toes as close as possible, holding the plank. 4, 3, 2, 1. The spine is nice and straight. Now, lift your knee up and down. Up and down. Okay? Woo-wee! Talk about the core. You should feel this one. So, exhale and inhale. Good job. 10 and 9. If you can hold it. Here we go. 8 and 7. 6. Don't let your shoulders fall back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. When you come back down, bring your knees down and just go right into a child's pose to let your body relax. Wow, that was good. Nice job. Good, good, good. All right, and you're actually going to stay right on your knees because we're going to take our legs right out of this next one. Because I think I want you to be involved in that core rotation. So we don't have to do it standing, which actually I kind of prefer because we get more specialized with just the core. So keeping your knees down. If you need that extra padding, which I'm going to do, go ahead and fold over your mat a couple times if you need it. And that way you have good support. There we go. Okay. Now, secure yourself here. If you need to go a little wider, whatever you feel comfortable in the lower half, I just want to make sure that your upper body is up. So try not to go into this position. If you have to, you can. But I want the hip bones up. All right, next up, you're going to have dumbbell at your chest, remember? And we are going to do our little side-to-side movement, okay? So down and then up and center. Down to the other side, up and center. Good. Down, up, center, down, up, center. As you get better at this, follow the dumbbell with your eyes, okay? And that's gonna keep you engaged in this movement. Go at your own pace. Exhale when you come back to center. Rotate, up, and press down. Good job. Down, up, good. When I'm doing this, and just to give you an idea, I like to exhale down, inhale, exhale center. Good job. I got my last 4 here. That's 4. Good. Other side. Here's 3. Really get that twist. 2. Last one. Up and center. Wowza. Nice. Good work. Okay. All right. Last thing I want you to do, just bring up, if you can, one knee up. I know. I'm so sorry. I know we're over time, but I have just so many good things to show you. So, with your dumbbell, on the opposite, on the side that your leg is up. Your knee is okay. Mine is kind of giving me. There we go. All right. So I'm gonna actually reach down to one side and up to center, as if I have to pick something up down on the side of my body, a little bit more in the front, okay? So I don't want you to reach backwards because that's gonna hurt your back. So reach forward almost towards your heel and raise up to your heel and raise. Keep that core strong when you come up. Back is straight and up. Bend and straighten. If you feel your abs here, you should feel that movement inside your rib cage, and that's really cool. When I feel it, I'm like, whoa, I can feel my bones moving and my muscles kind of adjusting to this movement. Let's do one more, and center. Woo, good, switch sides. Okay, secure yourself here. Get your body nice and strong, chest is up, and we're just reaching down. You're not trying to reach very far, okay? So don't tax yourself by going all the way down here. I'm not even going to the ground. I'm going probably about 4 inches down and back up. 4 inches because I'm tall, not because I want to go 4 inches, okay? So down towards the heel, up. Exhale. Exhale up, practice that. You're gonna feel that little stretch on the outside. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. Okay, last 3. Down, up, down, up. One more, down, and up. Yes! Good job! All done, I promise. Enough that core. Mom, you missed the morning meeting, so I had to go like double today. I know. No, this is good. It's a good thing you have the core foundation class, because, hey, that gives you what you need, right? So, what did you think?